that if Hart will get in and wrestle Pat Hutchinson and he can beat Hutchinson, here's the king and Jimmy Hart. If he can beat Hutchinson, he wins Dundee's $5,000. That's how confident he is.
Lance, why don't you go home? Your cage is probably cleaned out by now. Don't you realize that?
Okay.
Did I hear right?
Do you accept?
Do I accept? And does Jimmy accept? Of course we'll accept. That is the biggest joke that I have ever heard. Let me tell you, first of all, it's true, Jimmy Hart is not a wrestler. But I can teach, being the greatest wrestler in the world, I can teach Jimmy Hart enough in 5 minutes to not only beat Pat Hutchinson, but probably beat Bill Dundee also. So we will accept, because we like taking money from a little sawed-off runt like Bill Dundee. Let me tell you something, Dundee. You little punk. Do you realize, I know him like a book, man. Hanging around that scum for 2 years, I can read him. I know what he's going to say before it even comes into that little pea brain of his. He stood out here. You know what? You know what his whole purpose in doing this was? He didn't think we'd accept. He never thought Jimmy Hart would accept. All he's trying to do is show you rednecks out there that he's got $5,000 now. He won the Southern Heavyweight Championship, and he's had it for about 3 weeks, and he's gone out for the first time in his life and earned himself $5,000, so he wants to let everybody know it. That's what kind of guy he is. Let me tell you something. He used to talk about riding and driving me and letting me sleep in the back of my Lincoln Continental. You know what he'd do? He'd come over to my house and he'd say, "Let me drive us to the town, Jerry." And I'd say, "Okay," and I'd get in. He'd say, "Why don't you get in the back and go to sleep, take a little nap?" I'd say, "Okay," and boy, he couldn't wait till I laid down where the people couldn't see me. He'd put on them little Elvis Presley glasses of his, and he'd crank that seat up as high as it could go where he could just see out over the dashboard, and he'd drive around and make everybody think that was his Lincoln Continental. Let me tell you something, Dundee, I know you, boy. You're trying to be a big shot with $5,000, but it's going to backfire right in that little punk face of yours. We're going to be down there this week, and I'm going to have him ready, and I'm going to have him primed. Look at this man right here. I'm going to have him primed, Dundee, and we're going to take that $5,000 of yours, boy, because you've done made some bad insinuations about me and a personal friend of mine. If there's anybody that's any a little bit funny around here, it's you, Dundee, putting on those little funny-looking capes and those big bug-eye glasses and trying to impress all the little girls. Well, your days are over, buddy. You're going to be broke. You're going to be so broke you can't pay attention, because we're going to be down there and we're going to take his money. You write it down, baby.
His hide in the ring, yeah.
He's willing too. Don't think he ain't afraid,
Jimmy,
baby.
you better reconsider on this.
With a king there, I'll be there, baby.
That's right.